storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page lies, it's about to appear. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. We live. The countdown rolled on. We started over. How is everybody doing? Louis was side-eyeing me this morning. I think he knew that he was the chosen dog. So, where's my buddy Jason Sutton? Getting ready for the big cruise, Mr. Furman. Cannot wait. 2 weeks. We're going on our MWP cruise, man. 2 more weeks of lives. 6 more lives. We're counting them down. Cannot wait. So what is going on? We'll talk about some weather. What a wild weekend of weather, huh? My goodness. We had upper 80s here in Florida. Felt like summer. We had a softball game we were watching, and we were sweating. Like it was July heat on Saturday morning. The same time we were sweating our softballs off, it was snowing in California. The NASCAR race got snowed out. They had snow in Los Angeles over the weekend. Unbelievable. Way south California. All the way to San Fernando Beach. We had snow in California. Unbelievable. We had a derecho last night. I think that's the right way to say it. Is Tammy Kent watching, Miss OSR? I think it's derecho. I always say it derecho. But we had 100-mile-an-hour plus winds yesterday, reported Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. Strong line of storms. We had Norman, the home of SPC, Storm Prediction Center, or I think they're based out of there. Don't quote me on that, but I think they are. They had a tornado come through there. They had to take shelter at the National Weather Service office last night in Norman. So it was definitely intense. Oklahoma, yes, Joel Harrison. Tom, yeah, we got to see dolphins last night. Were you jealous? So let's talk about the weather. Let's say goodbye to Louie. Say bye-bye, Louie. I got a new hat. So if you're watching the Brew Crew on Friday, we Googled this hat. That looks like the hat from Fat Albert. Remember that dude that had the hat? Where's Louie? Are you under there, buddy? Peek. I told you this dog would be a model. You good boy. So we're doing this weather in a nutshell. I love doing these little things. I've done about 5 in a row. So I told everybody I was going to get a hat. So it's a peanut hat. This is weather in a nutshell. So I do these little 1-minute videos that I can put on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook Reels. So I got my peanut hat. It's a little tight. I'm gonna have to cut it open. It's the only peanut hat I could find. So we got the Weather in a Nutshell peanut hat. You should have seen Julie yesterday. Julie opened up the Amazon bag because you never know what's going to show up at our house. And she's like, what the hell is this thing? She had no idea. Oh, I am a little red, I guess. So there's weather to talk about. Posted some stuff about the Gulf temperatures. We'll get into all that. We're starting to see preseason predictions for hurricanes. I think Eric Burris has his coming out this week, maybe today. I don't know. I think it's this week. But you're going to start seeing a lot of hurricane predictions. What's up, Shelly Ross? Oh, hoping Emily's toe gets better. But yeah, so let's get into it. So that's our Daily Brew. Welcome everybody. We're streaming live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube right now simultaneously. We'll be doing that all season long for the hurricane season. We'll be live every day during hurricane season, most every day. I can't say every day. There might be some days that I'm not home. But most every day, most evenings when there's a storm, on the weekends, and all that good stuff. So watch for us. But as always, welcome all the off-season people. Our Daily Brew is brought to you by our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, located in the great state of Florida. Hope you got to visit them this weekend. I sure did. Fire pit the other night. Hey, Chris, did you see my TikTok live? We had a TikTok live Saturday night. I was on for 2 hours on TikTok. 2 hours. What was I doing on TikTok for 2 hours? I don't know. Talking to people. So here's the weather today. All right, so we got a big low pressure effect right above me. You can see it. Look, this is it. This is interactive. Right above me, there's a low pressure. You can see it spinning. Classic comma shape. That thing is beautiful. Look at that sucker. The core of it probably, nearing Illinois right now. The heart of the low pressure. Whipping in storms. We got a big line of storms out ahead of it. We're talking about storms today. Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. There is a tornado risk today. 5% chance here in Ohio. That would be early afternoon. So we could get a tornado watch today into Ohio as this line progresses. So still going on. Straight line wind event for sure. Big low pressure. Got big snow to the north side. Don't want to forget about this. Let's go to our Furman Power Tracker map here. Look at Michigan. Still 138,000 people without power in Michigan. We had a lot of people chiming in on our page that live up in Michigan or have friends and family up in Michigan. This has almost been going on a week. We had that big ice storm last week, and it's miserable up there. They had cold weather this weekend. They had snow this weekend. They got people without power still. 38,000, I think I said. Still, so that's a lot of people without power, and it's miserable. So thinking about them right now. Hopefully they got a Furman generator. But that's still going on. That's a big story. Illinois still got some people too, probably on the north end, I would guess. Indiana, Illinois. There's a few, not really, on the Indiana side. Let's see, Illinois, I don't know. Doesn't look like too many. Maybe Ohio. It's mainly Michigan. And then California, of course, now all this whole area here is because of our storms last night. Oklahoma, Texas. California still dealing with the snow that they had out west. But Michigan is definitely a big story. It's been almost a week now for them people. So thinking of you guys and gals out there. Another little tidbit real quick. We're going to get into some other weather. Interesting to note, we do have big snow out west. Not a big deal. I mean, in the higher elevations, but it is kind of a big deal. They're talking about several feet of snow in the mountains. Again, pretty much the next 36 hours. California. Huge snow event again on higher elevations, but it is interesting to look at. I always like to look at this because we're talking the next 48 hours, 60, 70 inches of snow. That's crazy. 5 feet of snow expected in higher elevations in California and northern end. So there's still a lot of wintry weather. Last week's low was crazy. I don't know if you saw it, but it came down parallel to the coast, and it was classic, man. And this is the same low, believe it or not. When you rewind here and look at what's going on right now, we'll just look at the whole U.S. But basically, this low hugged Oh no, I'm doing a Chrome. Oh, look at it. Chrome wants me to update. No. Let's turn on the pointer now. We'll try it again. All right. So, always does that. Always works. So this low last week hugged the coast here, and it came across, and now it's doing that. So this same low was responsible for the snow and all that flooding in California. This same low was responsible for this incredibly intense winds last night and tornadoes. And it's going to be responsible for the storms moving off through the Great Lakes area today in Ohio. So this is a pretty big low. In fact, we could probably see it too. Let's take a better look at it on Weather Nerds. It's really fascinating to see here. Let's look at the Kono US. Kono. Here's our next one setting up. I wonder if we can see it. We can kind of see it. Let's put it in loop mode here. Yeah, you can see it really good right here. Look at that sucker spinning. So it's right here. You can see it right there. Clear spinach. Beautiful spinach. So the severe storms down south are pretty much done. Here's our next system setting up. This might be what's the next one we're talking about. This thing's going to follow the same path. It's already out there in California. It's going to do the same thing. This one's dipping a little farther south. So let's talk about that. Big storm threat. Now last week we were on this a lot. Storm Prediction Center now is showing this. I don't know what they're showing here. This is Wednesday. Just some thunderstorms, nothing too organized. Could be slight risk. This is out ahead of it. This is for Wednesday. It's interesting that they're showing this for Wednesday. But Thursday is the big day right here. Boom. So you don't get a lot of these 30% this far out. This is probably going to be orange enhanced when the day 1, day 2, day 3 comes out. So this is a pretty big area along the upper Gulf Coast. Could be some big tornadoes again. This is Thursday. It should last overnight into Friday. As we get into Friday, this is going to last a little far south, and it's going to go a little farther east. So that could be trouble for all the way down the Florida-Georgia line. It looks like could dip a little bit into Florida. But mainly, some states that really haven't had severe weather in a while, South Carolina and North Carolina. So they're definitely watching this one. This one's going to dip really deep low. Could be some severe storms on Friday to watch. Fun, right? Doesn't look like we're going to get much snow in the mountains, but it does look like we're going to get a lot of snow here. We could get snow in areas that haven't seen snow this whole season. That would be over the weekend. So that's our next biggie system. I posted this earlier. Might as well get into it a little bit more. The water temperature maps here. I like looking at this one. This is real simple. These are your water anomalies. And by the way, I'm drinking out of a pink Princess cup today because I can't find my Louis cup. I don't know where my Louis cup went. So today I am drinking the Ariel. Oh my God, we got a first timer. Don't get turned off. I do talk a lot about weather and other things. Hey, George, talk about that day 4 risk right now, George. We're going to get it all into what's coming on. TikTok fun. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Lisa. Mona Lisa. More of that to the zoo. What's up, Mary Krauts? Shelly's checking the list on the cruise things. Oh, boy. Don't let me forget my computer. Hey, yo, hell, what's up, buddy? Cruise time coming. All right. Water anomaly map. So the Gulf of Mexico has been a little warm and toasty this year. Koozie time. Water temperatures are 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees above normal. That's a lot. And we look at more anomaly maps here. This is what's helping fuel these storms that we're seeing a little bit more. This is your month of January basically. But this is way above normal. Let's go to U.S. data values. I mean, the month of January, this red area is 6 to 7 degrees above normal. 5 degrees. Everything orange is 2 to 3 to 4 degrees above. So that water in the Gulf has been warmer than normal. And because we're in this La Nina style setup this year, these jet stream dips that we're getting frequently are feeding into this moisture that's getting pulled up and adding to the instability. So it's been a common theme this winter is storms in the upper Gulf Coast. And a lot of it's fueled by this extra warm Gulf of Mexico. Now, going into hurricane season, not going to talk about it too much today. We already got a lot to talk about. But because we're getting into an El Nino, I've pointed out countlessly now that El Nino years, we still had storms to worry about here in the southeast and the Gulf. So don't think because we're in an El Nino year, hurricane season's closed, because we had El Nino in 2004, we had it in 18. Homegrown action exists regardless of El Nino and La Nina. So we're looking at these water temperatures here, and we don't have any cold fronts coming in a while. I mean, look at this temperatures. Since I go all over the place, we do have a cold. So this system that we're tracking for the end of the week could lower some temperatures a little bit in the southeast. Not much. I saw my buddies sharing GFS map models and stuff, and I don't see it. I don't think it's going to be that big of a cool down. High temperatures. Check this out. As we get into Friday, I mean, look at this. This is incredible Friday temperatures this week. So we pretty much have heat every day this week, obviously. Look at this slow buildup. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're talking upper 90s here for a big chunk of the Florida East Coast. That's hot. I'm telling you. I mean, unbelievable. That's March 3rd this week, Friday. We're talking upper 90s. Middle 90s. We could have upper 90s. We could have some spots in the upper 90s. This is heat. This is a blend of models too. This is a good tool because it averages all the models together. So it's sometimes conservative and sometimes not like worst case scenario. It's a blend of models. That's what's statistics and clearing out anomalies and stuff. So we got 80s all the way into Georgia, all the way upper 80s in Georgia, upper 80s up into South Carolina. Now we get into Saturday. There's your front line. This is your high temperatures. So there could be some rain on Saturday for Florida. We're going to get into these storms here in a second. But I wanted to get into the temperatures. So Sunday is possible we might not get into the 80s until maybe middle Florida. Everybody else is in the 70s, 60s. This is the high temperatures for Sunday. But this is what I want to show. Once we get past Sunday, it creeps right back up again. Here's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Sunday, high temperatures, cool down Sunday morning. There's your 50s line, Interstate 4 North. There's your low temperatures. Pretty much maybe some 30s for upper Alabama and Mississippi, but pretty much 40s. Some 40s creep into Florida a little bit, but there's your 50s in the blue line. Monday morning looks like it's a little cooler. We could have some 50s dipping south. So Monday morning could see some 50s, but you know what's interesting about Monday? Look. 59 in Tampa, 57 in Orlando, right, on Monday. But look at high temperatures on Monday. Back to 80s. So that's a pretty big swing. So if you want to enjoy the cool weather, you got to get up early. Otherwise, it's going to go back into 80s land. All right, so we've been talking a lot. Let's go to Tropical Tidbits. We love Levi's site. We use it on the winter, and we use it in the summer, and we use it in the spring, and we use it in the fall. Y'all. All right, Eastern U.S. All right, so here's the GFS. So the big question is going to be this. We got a big low pressure system rolling in this week. All right, very, 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 very predictable. Here it is. 977 over land is intense. Anytime you're sub 1,000 millibars over land, 977... that's like Cat 3 winds if that was over the Atlantic or Gulf of Mexico. So 977 over land is very, 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 very intense. Now, whether it gets that low or not, we'll have to see. I've seen them as low as in the 60s range, 960s. I've seen them hover around 980, 990. So we don't, no one knows the intensity yet. But this is getting closer to the day. This is on Thursday night, Friday morning. But look at 977. That is incredibly intense. Now, if we could look at some of these upper level 850 winds, you're going to see all kinds of chaos. Incredible amount of wind shear coming in off of that Gulf of Mexico. So whether or not these reach the surface or not, we'll have to see. But that typically is a very unstable environment Thursday night into Friday. So this is what they're worried about storm-wise because we have a deepening low-pressure system. Anytime you get a deepening low-pressure system, you get a lot of wind anomalies and tight isobars. And you know why I like weather? Because it's isobar. I love isobars. I like sandbars and isobars. Bill Barber needs some wood to fire pit action. Thank you, Miss Pam Rogers. Yo, hell, we're ready for the cruise too, man. We're ready for some rum and maybe I'll smoke a cigar with you. I don't think I've ever had a cigar in my whole life. 49 years old, never smoked a cigar. I've pretended to smoke a cigarette when I thought I was cool. But I make up for it with alcohol. Tiki bars. What kind of bars do you guys like? Sandbar, tiki bars, iso bars. Hey, that's perfect, man. Sandbars, tiki bars, iso bars. Sounds like a song. Kenny Chesney, if you're listening. Andy Simmons, you out there? We need a new song. Iso bars and tiki bars. Sitting at the sandbar, checking out iso bars and blah, 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 blah. All right. Anyway, 977 pressure. And look at that mess. Holy cow, man. That is a big old... yeah. So, the reason they got Storm Prediction Center's got storms on Friday is this. Look at that. Those purple... I mean, that's stuff you see over the open Atlantic, like when you start looking at intensity for storm. Luckily, deepens it or brings it up to 980 a little bit once it's over Indiana, Illinois there. But still, that is a wide system. Look at this potential. This could be some pretty big storms way down here coming in off that warm Gulf of Mexico. So this is Friday. We're going to keep an eye on it. Snow does not look like it's happening in the mountains, but we will see the good chances of snow here for areas that have not seen snow, possibly reaching the Atlantic. Talking Massachusetts and New Jersey and New York some. So we'll see if it makes it that far down. I don't think New York's had much snow at all this year. And a good buddy of mine does snow plows up in Jersey, and he's only had one big storm this year. They said they need 2 storms a season to keep things going. So they're definitely watching this forecast too. A good time to check out the Hillbilly Weatherman. Tom Baffa, what's up, buddy? I do have a new t-shirt coming out. I love this iso bar, Freddie says. Sellout 19, correct, this weekend. So this is a pretty interesting system. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to see what kind of wintry weather we get. They're already talking about snow, like I was saying, in parts that haven't had it all year long. So that is the big question mark, is who gets the snow over the weekend. Some other models. Let's see what the latest intensity is on the GFS or Euro. This is the GFS 977, really deep. Icon. I think the Icon over the wintertime is that great, but let's see what it got. Showing 990, 986. So again, 984, deepening low pressure. Now the Icon, a little farther southerly ejection here. Now look, if our low does this, more chance for Arctic air to come in and bring some snow to the northeast. So the Icon, I don't know if it's been too awfully reliable this season. But the Euro has. Let's take a look at the Euro. We're going to go to the 00Z Euro. Now it's showing 989, 982, 980. So it's intense. This is Thursday, Friday. That's a very low pressure. And that's going to create a lot of problems here across the upper Gulf, northward, across Mississippi Valley there. And, 987 over, this is Friday night. So we're talking big storms, man. This whole, we got weather coming as this thing pilots on out of here. We got lots of people impacted this week. Lots of people. This is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Big, 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 big winds. Let's take a look at the Windy app since we said wind. You ever notice Windy is the name of a fast food joint too? Not only do you have Windy, you have Windy. All right, so here's Friday. Oof, man, look at that. Crazy. These could be wind gust. This is a Euro. Friday, 8 a.m. I mean, look at this thing. So unfortunately, you know, it looks like a nocturnal event Thursday night into Friday. This thing starts to deepen. Serious wind coming up from that Gulf of Mexico out ahead of it. I mean, classic. And then this thing's going to bring... I mean, look at the winds on Friday. Even down into Florida. We could see some wind gusts, like, incredible across the state. This is amazing. Amazing. All right, GFS probably a little less aggressive. Oh, GFS is pretty aggressive, too. I'm surprised. Wow, confidence is really there. For sure, Florida Panhandle's got a lot of action coming. This is on Friday morning. Look at all this Gulf juice rolling upwards, and be quite the event. No doubt about it. Going to be quite the event. There's your storms, big storms up there in Kentucky. This is Friday morning. You know, it's going to be very, very, very intense system. Here's Thursday night, 9 p.m. Very low dip in the jet, 988. That's really, really low. I mean, we're talking almost touching the Gulf here. 990. There's your storms through overnight. Unfortunately, we could be looking at nocturnal storms Thursday night into Friday across the upper Gulf northward. So this is going to be a big deal. And there's our low right off the coast. This is Saturday morning. This means we're going to see a lot of action coming in to the New England area. It's Friday night into Saturday. And there's a skinny little line of storms here possibly pushing south through the state. That's what's going to bring maybe up the rain chances a little bit down through Florida on Friday night into Saturday. Just a lot of tornado pictures coming in from overnight. Norman. I have this little Twitter feed box on my page. The whole idea of this page is you never have to leave it. So halfway down on my page, I have this tweets from weather updates, and these are all my favorite weather people. And you can just sit here all day and look at weather, never have to leave the site. All kinds of weather stuff, right? That's incredible. But we're going to look at the 7-day surface charts here for us in the U.S. here. Let's take. Oh, it's still not updated. What's going on, man? This is terrible. This was doing this last week, too. What's going on here? What are they doing here? Something isn't right. Totally messed up. Why is this not working? They got to fix this. My favorite map is messed up. There's nothing working on this thing. It's obviously a WPC glitch on their end, not my end. Sad. But anyway, yeah, so it's going to be windy, man. I'm trying to think of the best way to show the intensity of this thing. It was showed up all of last week even, as far as what we could be seeing here. Let's take a look at what simulated satellite would look like. So there's your simulated satellite, kind of showing you the low. That one doesn't show it too well. We can look at water vapor loop maybe. You can see that low develop as it pushes off. You know, really intense storms possibly. And this could stretch all the way to the eastern Carolinas on Friday. And the East Coast for sure. So anyway, that's what we're watching. It's still a week away. We'll just play it by ear. Here's day 1, 2, 3. We might be able. This goes out 3 days. I don't like that one that much, so I'm sad, man. My favorite map is not working. Oof, look at this, though. That's some tight. Look at that. This is Friday morning. Look at that sucker, man. Deepening low pressure. They'll call it a cyclone. It always cracks me up to see. Look at the pollen fork. Look at this right here. Look at. If you're wondering, my neighbor across the street, Pete, was like, doesn't this bother you? I'm like, nah, I'm immune to it, I guess. But look at the pollen map. Love bugs are out, too, by the way. Oh, God, I hate love bugs. But look at the pollen map. We're already as high as it gets. This is on Weather Channel. Pollen is in the air. Yeah, it's gonna be intense. Trying to see what the national. Let's see what they say. I bet you they already talk about it being a cyclone. Let's see. Regional outbreak of severe weather appears likely Thursday afternoon and Thursday night. Potential for large hail, damaging winds, tornadoes. Some are strong. Lots of moisture in place because of a decaying front. That means the dew points will be there. Severe potential. Don't see the word cyclone yet, but they will. I promise you. Friday, tornadoes are going to extend towards the East Coast on Friday. So, that's weather in a nutshell. Tiki bars. What did you read, Shelly? Mikey, I saw love bugs, man. Mikey was there during my TikTok live. I had one fan. 2 hours, right, Mike? We went to Jimmy Iguana's for like a lunch dinner last night in Indian Rocks Beach. We love that place. They have iguanas on the wall. I thought it was kind of funny. I'm thinking it'd be a funny place to take some pictures for falling iguanas. Anyway. All right, well, let's say that's about it. There's weather going on. We're going to be live on Wednesday. Lots of weather coming up. Joe, correct, man. California weather. We had snow in Los Angeles. Have we gone live yet, Corrine? Yeah, I think so. We have been. 9:19 every day for 3 or 4 or 5 years now. Anyway, what else can we chat about? That's about it, really. Got a new chair. Where we put our Christmas tree up, there's a hole over there. And lazy me, I get tired of sliding the couch and everything over for Christmas every year. So we left the couch where it was at this year and last year. And I bought a beanbag. Thought it was pretty cool, but the kids don't like the beanbag. So I got me a little side chair. And I measured it. It's cool. It's kind of red. I'm anxious. I hope Amazon didn't let me down. So we're going to see how that works out. Julia's kind of rolling her eyes at me. She's like, that doesn't look very comfortable. All right, well, here you go. All right, well, listen, there's our daily brew for the day. There's weather in a nutshell. Stay safe out there, upper parts of the U.S. today. We definitely have a very interesting looking cyclone, they call it. We can go to the College of DuPage, very high resolution satellite. And you can see it right there. Look at that, man. Unbelievable. Look at that sucker. Spin it! Let's see if we can get a little closer to it. Let's go here. Let's see. Let's go here. Oh, look at that. That's a thing of beauty. Not the damage that it causes, but just that's incredible, isn't it? That's live look here at low pressure spinning towards the Great Lakes. And it's what brought all the big storms last night across upper Texas, Oklahoma, into Kansas a little bit. Yeah, Chris, we were watching. He was up 20th at one time. Not sure why they slipped back. Shelly, I didn't put it up yet. Maybe I'll do it today. Dusty just sent me the final ping. I had to get a higher resolution ping. So maybe I'll do that. I gotta go a couple errands here in a little bit, and then I'll try to do it. You can hear the dogs snoring in the background, by the way. So a couple of things coming up that are fun. I'm doing the Oldsmar Hurricane Expo again this year. I think it's on a Saturday morning this year, which is great. A lot of folks in the past couldn't make the midweek Hurricane Expo, so we're doing our Oldsmar Hurricane Expo, which is open to everybody. Open Upper Pinellas, Pasco, Hillsboro, whoever wants to come. So that'll be this, I think it's May 6th. May 6th. This is how professional I am. I got Post-it notes. Does anybody use Post-it notes anymore? That's my calendar. And then I got the bus schedule here, even though Emily doesn't ride the bus anymore. I got that right here. So anyway, May 6th, that'll be here before you know it. We'll be doing a Hurricane Expo. So, cool beans. All right. All right, so that's it. We'll be live on Wednesday. Appreciate all the support out there, guys. We got the majority of the Cat 5 second year shirts out. As we get new Cat 5s, we accumulate some of them, and we mail out the first year Cat 5 shirts. But anybody that'd like to support what we do here, there you go. We got some perks. Most people have supporters, and they don't get perks. We get a lot of perks. So thanks for all your support, MWP. Appreciate the Brew Crew members out there letting me do what I love. I love weather. So, all right. Well, have a great day, everybody. And I'll do my little 1-minute video here in a little bit. And there you go, Chris. All right, we'll see everybody on Thursday. Have a great day. All right. Bye.